What if your body was a gift and contribution to your life and not something that you've been stuck with? What if your body could change quickly and easily? Right Body for You will inspire you and show you a different way of creating the body and the life you truly desire. Now here's your host, Donnielle.
And welcome to Right Body for You. This is Donnielle, your host and tour guide. And we are coming to you live or recorded live. I am in Australia and I will be in class today. So this is pre-recorded. But you know what? Don't let that stop because it's live. See, right now, and maybe when you're listening to it later, it's pre-recorded, but it really doesn't matter because you know what? The information is there. And all right, so this is me rambling this morning, or depending on when you're paying attention or listening. So, as I said, this is Donnielle, your rambling body touring. Welcome to Right Body for You. And I have to let you say this morning, and you know what? It's very nighttime for me, so how does it get any better than this? So, Right Body for You is actually a part of Access Consciousness. And use the tools of Access Consciousness, which work at an energetic level. Because if you could have done it, you would have a long time ago. To facilitate classes, I like to go, hello, my name is Donnielle. I am a reformed thinker. I used to try to think my way out of everything. Now I tend to use my awareness of the energy, that's all around us. And it has really shifted and changed every aspect of life, and you know what, including my body, which is, interestingly enough, how I saw this was I knew I wanted my life to change, and the side effect of getting more aware, more conscious, more paying attention to the energy that's all around us is, well, changed. And you know what, it changes continually. And the Access we'll use a lot of verbal processing in this show, and it works on the energetic level, as I said before. And the great thing is you don't have to cognitively know for it what every word means for it to work. All you really have to do is be willing to allow things to change. All you have to do is be willing to say, hey, you know what, this doesn't, and I'm willing to choose something different. I'm willing to let this go. It might have been a great idea at one point in time, but it doesn't work anymore. So now it's time to change. Okay. So today I had to laugh when I did this original topic for the show. It was inspired by our dear friend, Dr. Dane here, who is the co-creator of Access Consciousness that we're talking about. Gary Douglas is the founder and creator, and Dr. Dane here, dear friend, and the co-creator. And he's amazing body whispering class fairly recently. And I heard him say this line, and I'm like, oh my gosh, that's such a topic of the show. So what the topic is, it's okay to hate body, isn't it? And, I just really love, because I see that, I get to travel the world, which we're in Australia right now. I started a Right Body for You workshop tomorrow, and I'm really excited. But I get to travel the world facilitating these Right Body for You workshops, and it is such a gift to me. And it's such a change for me because, when I first started, breathing, I guess you would say, I didn't like my body. I didn't like body. I didn't like the fact that I had a body. You go to any of my seminars, and I always start off with, hi, my name is Donnielle, and 7-8 years ago, I hated the fact that I had a body. When I mean I hated the fact that I had a body, I really, really, really did. There's a TV show in the United States called Sabrina the Teenage Witch, and it's an older show. It's in syndication now. And when I used to work at a TV station, we aired this. And there was a reoccurring character, which was just a brain jar. That's all it was. It was a brain in a jar. It was in liquid, and it had the brain stem and the spine, and then it could talk to you, it could communicate, it had little bubbles, so it had a consciousness. And I just thought that was a brilliant idea. I was like, well, you know what? I get rid of the body, and then I have no problem. I can just be the thinker, that I know I am. That is the only thing I valued about myself was how I could think, my intelligence. And so desiring to have no body at all and thinking that it was a great idea to be brain in a jar, you would have think that I would have been like, red flag, that there might be something going on here, that might be a problem. But no, I just thought it was splendid that I was attracted to this character. Not attracted like, romantically, but attracted would be pleased way of this brain. And so I truly, truly, truly hated the fact that I had a body. And as my life progressed, the funny part about this is I worked at the TV station, as mentioned before. I was head of marketing and promotions for a TV station. So what that means is I needed to get out into the public. I needed to be seen. I needed to have people look at me and be with me and say, hey, yeah, you know what? That's a great idea. I'm going to go watch that TV show. Or, wow, I'm really attracted to that booth over there. I'm going to go pick up their pins or, whatever that is. Oh, and I'm going to watch their show, increase the ratings, make sure the lovely girl has a job still, that lovely girl being me. But I so hated having a body, I didn't want it to be looked at. And so it was actually, I was actually having a problem doing my job, because another aspect of my job was that I had to stand in front of crowds and welcome them to movie events, concerts, you name it. I was supposed to be in front of a crowd and doing something and talking to people, and I didn't want to be seen. I didn't like my body. Why would anybody else like my body? And so I would tell somebody else to welcome people. I would let our a partner do it instead. It'd be a radio station and a TV station working together. And I would let the radio station do all of the talking, and I would let the TV station that I was responsible for be underrepresented. I so hated the fact that I had it and that people might see me and judge me and, I don't know, like me or something. I mean, that's the insane thing about this whole thing is there's no side. It's not just like, oh, I'm afraid they'll judge me. The other aspect is I'm afraid to like me. Or it's interesting the duplicity that we do tend to live in. And so with this hating of the body, like I said, my job was, I wasn't a job as well. Not only that, but my life. For me, my way of hating my body was actually to hide within my body, and hide that way would hide myself from the world. And my way of hiding from the world was actually gaining a lot of weight. And at the height of 5'2", sometimes that height changes. That's a story for a different day. I was size 20, a USA size 20, at my height of my heaviest. And for somebody who's 5'2", that is actually quite a bit of extra weight that my body was not enjoying, and that I was not enjoying. Somebody in the chat room said, I remember well, I think I don't talk for a living. She really, really, really body days gone by, thankfully. And so for me to hide from the world, hide from my body, and that I hated my body, I gained this. And what was interesting is once I started using the tools of access consciousness, because I knew life had to change, I lost my size fairly quickly, like in a matter of 4 months. And that was just the beginning. My body changes every day. I was having dinner with a friend at night, and she knows, she's like, you changed, went to the bathroom, coming back. I'm like, yeah, I know, it does that. But for me, one of the keys was to get over this point of view about hating bodies, okay? So in the title of the show, it's okay to hate bodies, isn't it? Yes. And my question to you is, would you like to change it? Okay. Because just in that first step of, you know what, I might not like my body. Cool. Please acknowledge the energy for what it is, and then and only then will you allow yourself to change it or change something different. When you don't look at things as they are, it has that same energy as affirmations. Okay, affirmations, remember, those are those things like, what's the famous I'm healthy, I'm wealthy, I'm wise. Okay, so in that affirmation, I'm healthy, I'm wealthy, I'm wise, what are you trying to do? You're trying to change your point of view, right? Affirmations only work about, 50% of the time for different people. Because look at the most famous one, I'm healthy, I'm wealthy, I'm wise. With that point of view in place, when you actually, when you say that to yourself, okay, I'm healthy, I'm wealthy, I'm wise, what do you actually believe when you say that? You actually believe is you're sick, you're dumb, you're poor, you're stupid, right? And so you're trying to convince yourself of the opposite of what you already. And in that, what you're actually doing is affirming the quote unquote negative thing that you're trying to get rid of. Okay? And so when you say I'm wealthy, I'm wise, underneath you're actually going, I'm sick, I'm poor, and I'm stupid. Okay? Because the original language is energy. Your body speaks energy. And so when you say something like, I'm healthy and wealthy, I'm wise, and the underlying point of view is, not really, those are the words, but what I really believe is that I'm sick, I'm poor, and I'm stupid. Hello. Your body and the universe and everything else actually hears that. I'm sick, I'm poor, I'm stupid. And you know what? It'll actually give you more of that because that's what I'm asking for. So when you do this, which is why affirmations don't work all the time. Affirmation created change for people, but it also can lock people up. Okay, and this is why, because you have to look at what the underlying point of view actually is. Okay, and so when you do this of like, I love my body. No, I love my body. What's the underlying point of view that's going on most of the time? My body. Now, I'm not saying there are actually some people out there who really enjoy their body, but you can feel the difference in the energy. It could be sticky, or it could be, I like to joke, I'm like, oh, that's energy smelled, or whatever it is. There's just something feels a little off with it. And that's what it is. It's like, okay, what's the underlying point of view here? Is that they really hate their bodies and hate what's going on. Okay. So we're going to take a quick little break. And when we come back, we are going to talk more about this underlying point of view about the love of hate. And so the topic is today, it's okay to hate bodies, isn't it? The question to you, would you like to change it? This is Donnielle. This is Right Body for You. We're on 8 FM, and we'll be.
What if your body could be an ease and not a burden? What would life be like if you could enjoy your body? What if changing your body was easier than we've been taught? And what if it's not about the latest fad? Join Donnielle each week on Right Body for You as she explores what bodies are and the ease of change that's possible. Each week you will receive inspirational stories of those who've used the Right Body for You energetic tools to change their body and the tools that they used, tools that you can begin to use immediately. Listen for Right Body for You every Wednesday at 2 p.m. Eastern Time, 1 p.m. Central, 12 p.m. Mountain, and 11 a.m. Pacific on A2Zen.fm.
What if there's nothing wrong with you? What if you're far greater than you've ever given yourself credit for? What if it's time to know the gift and the contribution you are to the world and to like yourself a lot more? Hi, my name is Dane here. 13 years ago, I started to truly ask questions. Actually, I started to be the question, and everything changed for me. Asking questions opens doors to infinite possibilities. And it's not about finding the answer, it's about being the question. always. What I'm inviting you to step into is something that Einstein, Marie Curie, Newton, Da Vinci, Gandhi, Picasso, and Aristotle all knew to be true. What if no question is too big or too small? What if anything is possible for you? What if together we could create a kinder, gentler, happier world? Is now the time? Go to beingyouclass.com and sign up for a free video series, My Gift to You. beingyouclass.com. What if you, truly being you, are the gift and change this world requires? beingyouclass.com.
What would you say if I told you that you could change your life in only 1 hour and all while lying down relaxing? Thousands of people all over the world have. What am I talking about? It's called Access Consciousness, the bars. The bars is an energetic body process that contains 32 different points on your head that when run assist you in releasing decisions about any area of your life that you have made solid and as a result cannot change. The bars is the first class in Access Consciousness, a dynamic set of tools and information designed to transform any area of your life. When you have a bars session, the worst that can happen is you feel like you had a fantastic massage. The best thing that can happen is your whole life could change. Go to accessconsciousness.com today to find a facilitator to schedule a private session or to find a bars class in your area. Are you willing to give yourself an hour to change your life?
This is Right Body for You with Donnielle. To participate in the program today, please call in the U.S. 815-880-8255 or Canada 613-800-8763 or UK 4433-0001-0625. You can Skype us at a2zen.fm. Or if you'd like to email a question, please send it to Donnielle@accessconsciousness.com. Now, back to the program.
And welcome back, everybody. This is Right Body for You. I'm your host and your body tour guide, Doug. Thank you for those of you who are joining me live with the pre-recorded shows. So when I'm doing classes in Australia and New Zealand, with the difference, I'll actually be in classes, or my body and I may actually be asleep. And so doing them live, unfortunately, is not the easiest or the lightest. So I'm doing for the first time on A2Zen.fm history a 4-hour pre-recording shows, and we have some people joining us live. I am so grateful to you. Some of you are getting up in the middle of the night. Some of you are getting up in the middle of the morning, which, hey, I get it. My body and I don't always like the mornings. Can we do mornings? Sure. Do we have a preference? Yeah, it's called sleeping in. So thank you for you, those of you who are joining us. And you know, I actually love doing these shows. I love facilitating these classes. Aw, they're so sweet. In the chat room, they're saying we're worth getting up for. Of course, my producer is saying, who the hell is this Donnielle chick? She's the one that put buttons, and you love her for it. But I don't pretend to actually be in charge of these shows. My producer is. Just kidding. But no, really the energy is. Because it was funny. I was making my, 2 cents notes that I do for the shows, just so I can, like, I can't outline it too much because I take the energy of everybody who is listening to it now, will listen to it in the future, and helping them to, their energy brings in the different questions and such. And so it's funny, so when I was making the little notes about like what to say, I never actually thought about reading the description that I wrote up. And the lovely Christine posted the description for me, and I read it during the break. I'm like, hey, actually, yeah, that's what we're talking about, which is I just love because it's the energy. And this is the energy that we all are. And once we start acknowledging this energy, so much in our life can change, including our bodies. And this is why I want to address today the point of view of it's okay to hate bodies, isn't it? Because how many of us do actually spend our life not trying not to acknowledge that we may hate? And here's the interesting thing about if we acknowledge that we maybe hate it? Is that actually true? Or is it that you're so much trying to avoid that you might hate it, that you're not even willing to ignore the possibility of it? And so you kind of lock yourself into that. Because anytime you're not willing to look at something, you are ignoring it, and therefore you actually become the effect of it. Okay? I know I just said a lot of words, and I'm sure some people are like, I don't know what the heck you just said. So everything that brings up, would you be willing to destroy and uncreate it, please? Right, wrong, good, bad, apocalypse, boys, and beyonds. Okay? What that is an example of verbal processing. And if you'd like to know more about it, please feel free to go to thestatement.com. But you don't have to know every word for it to work. As we mentioned before, it works on the energetic level. And so all you have to do, whatever that is, whatever she said, I'll choose something else. Okay? All right. So let me say that again. Whenever we are not willing to acknowledge or look at something, we ignore it. And in that ignoring it, we actually become the effect of it. Okay? And so when you go, oh, no, I can't hate my body. I don't hate my body. No, because I would just be a horrible person. If I hated my body, I would be horrible, so I can't hate my body because no. A nice person would not hate their body. In reality, and I have a body, and there must be something right about being in this reality, so I can't hate it. I love it. I love my body. And when you can feel the energy of that. It's kind of like a whirlwind, circular thing that you just can't seem to get out of, okay? And so when you won't even acknowledge that there might be a possibility of you hating it, you kind of lock into that the only thing you have is that you do hate it. So what this topic is about, it's okay to hate bodies, isn't it? It's like, okay, so acknowledge, okay, so I'm not too thrilled. Like I said, I used to say I hated the fact that I had a body. And once I went, you know what? I hate that I have a body. Hated it. Hate it. I looked at it because I wasn't ignoring it anymore. I was actually willing to look at it, at the possibility. I had to go, all right, I don't hate my body. Okay? So how much, and it sounds simplistic, but it's so dynamic. It's like, how much awareness are we cutting off because we refuse to even see it as a possibility? Everything that is, would you be willing to destroy and uncreate it? Great, wrong, good, nice, response. Because when I really started looking at it, it wasn't that I hated that I had a body. I was actually kind of hating how I was being with my body. My mother had a health talk radio show, and she had a health talk radio show. She was a nutritionist, and she did some amazing things in the world, and she spent every Saturday interviewing these amazing people, telling everybody different ways to change their body, heal their body. And so here I was hating or thinking that I hating or avoiding the fact that I had a body. And this is what locked me in. This is part of what locked me in, is I didn't want to be that daughter. I didn't want to embarrass my mother. I didn't want to, all of these things about having the imperfect body. And so what did I do? I rebelled. Okay. How many of us are rebelling in some way to either validate or invalidate another? Everything that is, would you be willing to destroy and uncreate it? Wrong, good, bad, Pop, Nine Shorts, boys, and beyond. People in the chat room. If you've never joined us live in the chat room, it's kind of fun. There's, quite a few people on answering questions and together, and it's always fun. If you do catch us live, I highly encourage you to join the chat room. It's an adventure. People work with each other and say different things and ask me questions and do little comments, and it's a lot of fun. I encourage you to check it out. And so, all right. So, it's okay to hate bodies, isn't it? How many people do sit there and go, no, I love my body? And they say it with such an air of attitude and challenge. Who are they challenging? You? Else. No, I love my body. Sometimes people say that, and it's absolutely true. Sometimes people say that, and you're like, why do I want to pick a fight with you right now? It's because they're actually pissed with themselves. Okay? They're actually picking a fight with themselves and not willing to look at this point of view. It's this affirmation theory that we talked about at the very beginning. And to convince yourself the opposite of what you already believe. And what I mean is what you already believe, it's like, it's almost a secret fear too. Well, I have the secret fear that I hate my body, but I can't acknowledge that. And once again, we become the effect of it if we're not willing to look at it. You know, Gary Douglas, the founder of Access Consciousness, talks about if you're one point of view, you get all points. Okay? So if you have the point of view in the body, so therefore I must love my body, and in that my body, I can't there's my body, so of course that's just something that I will completely throw out of my universe. You ignore that point of view, you pick the point of view. So where are you, not only with your body, but with your life? What point of view are you not acknowledging as a possibility even? I'm not even saying that that's what your point of view is, but how many points of view, like I hate my body, are you not acknowledging, dismissing, because it can't possibly be true? So when you dismiss it, you become the effect of it. So how many points of view about your life or your body are you completely and therefore becoming the effect of it? Everything that is, would you be willing to destroy and uncreate it, please? Cool. Right, wrong, good, bad, Wapaka, 9 shorts, boys, and beyond. We need to take a quick little break. When we come back, there is a couple of questions in this that I will attempt to address and answer. And also, I want to talk a little bit about this love. No, I love my body. Really, what's going on when we say we love our body? What's the point of view there? Okay, so we're going to take a quick little break. This is Donnielle. This is Right Body for You on .fm, and we'll be right back.
What if your body could be an ease and not a burden? What would life be like if you could enjoy your body? What if changing your body was easier than we've been taught? And what if it's not about the latest fad? Join Donnielle each week on Right Body for You as she explores what bodies are and the ease of change that's possible. Each week you will receive inspirational stories of those who've used the Right Body for You energetic tools to change their body and the tools that they used, tools that you can begin to use immediately. Listen for Right Body for You every Wednesday at 2 p.m. Eastern Time, 1 p.m. Central, 12 p.m. Mountain, and 11 a.m. Pacific on A2Zen.fm.
When you're pondering the big questions like, is there more than this? How can I have a happy relationship? What would it take to like my body? And how do I make more money? Where do you go for information and tools? Check out the online store at accessconsciousness.com. Accessconsciousness.com has books, DVDs, instant video and audio downloads, online classes, and so much more. Subjects include abuse, changing your body, recovery, raising children, business techniques, tools to generate more money, how to have better sex and healthier relationships, just to name a few. At accessconsciousness.com, you can also find facilitators who teach local classes on a variety of subjects. Accessconsciousness.com, your one-stop shop for tools to assist you in changing your life. All of life comes to us with ease, joy, and glory. Go to accessconsciousness.com to learn more.
Hey everybody, this is Dr. Dane here, and I would like to invite you to an adventure in being. I've just written and finished a new book known as Being You, Changing the World. Are you one of those dreamers? One of those people who's always known that other possibilities should be available but haven't yet been able to see them be created? Well, I wrote this book for you. In it, you'll find tools, processes, and unique perspectives to change the things you've always wanted to change but didn't know how. In it, you'll find an invitation to a different possibility for a way that we can be in this world that changes not only our lives, but by being us, allows us to contribute to changing everything planet-wide that doesn't work. Are you aware that truly great people, truly being them, is the only thing that has ever created a great change on this planet? Are you willing to step up? Are you willing to be one? Check out a copy of my new book, Being You, Changing the World. I invite you to go to beingyoubook.com for a free gift.
This is Right Body for You with Donnielle. To participate in the program today, please call in the U.S. 815-880-8255 or Canada 613-800-8763 or UK 4433-0001-0625. You can Skype us at a2zen.fm. Or if you'd like to email a question, please send it to Donnielle@accessconsciousness.com. Now, back to the program.
And welcome back to Your Body for You. This is Donnielle, your host and your tour guide. And as a little intro said, if you do have any questions, please feel free to email me, Donnielle@accessconsciousness.com. DONNIELLE@accessconsciousness.com. Okay, so today we're exploring it's okay to hate bodies, isn't it? And what's interesting about this is, we're talking about energy, and just during this phone call, during this radio program, the energy even around the title is changing. There seems to be less people actually resisting the possibility that they might hate their bodies. And let me do a disclaimer. I'm not trying to get you guys to hate your body. What I am asking you to do is, if you are willing to be aware of anything, you can actually create change, okay? Because if we are not willing to be aware of all possibilities, we're eliminating possibilities, and we become the effect of those things. And so somebody in the chat room asked me, what was one tool that really assisted me to stop hating my body? Oddly enough, it was the first tool was, well, I might not like having a body. And just in that, well, of course, it's sacrilegious. I can't say that I don't enjoy having a body. And once I actually looked at that, I'm like, I don't enjoy having a body. Like somebody had asked me then, now I can talk about, I hated the fact that I am blah, 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 blah. But if somebody had asked me then, what is the way you're not willing to be aware of with your body? I would have that I didn't like having a body. And then what was interesting is that because I was actually willing to look at that energy, it didn't actually match what was going on. But because I wasn't willing to see that first step, I couldn't see what was beyond it. And what I thought was beyond it, I was actually allowing my body to change or heal or be, or give me the awareness of what else was possible with bodies, with anything else. So once I said, well, I don't like having it didn't match the energy. And again, you don't have to oh, I've never done energy work, I have no idea. Trust me, I never did energy work before this either. All I know is it sat uncomfortably. Sometimes the awareness of energy is simply as that. You say something like, oh, I don't enjoy having a body. And you're like, and it feels right. It doesn't sit comfortably. Okay? So for me, that's what happened. That was the first tool. Was it's like, what is the one thing that if somebody asked you about your body right now, what is the one thing that you're not willing to acknowledge or look at, that if you would acknowledge or look at it, would actually allow you to see what was past and what is actually required to allow your body to change and change and to be and to actually enjoy your body. Anything that will allow you to pursue no being, would you destroy and uncreate it, please? Right, wrong, good, bad, POC, all nine shorts, boys, and beyond. Okay? Let me ask you that again. What is the one thing about your body that you're not willing to look at or be with, that you're hiding behind, that if you would actually look at it, would allow you to see what's beyond it and allow you to enjoy your body, be with your body, and, change and heal your body. And I think to allow that with you. Right, wrong, good, bad, POC, all nine shorts, boys, and beyond. Okay, question. It says, in the chat room, I hate having a body when it's pain or sick. What can I do or be to change it when that occurs? Interesting enough, gratitude and judgment cannot coexist, okay? And so when you say something like, I hate having a body when it's in pain or sick, when you can step into the gratitude of it, you would actually allow that to change. Because when you do something like, I hate it when it's pain or sick, you're actually locking that into being, and the pain and sickness can actually continue and get worse because we're that cute. It's like, on the energetic level, it's like, oh, I hate it when it's sick, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to get even sicker. Watch this. It doesn't make sense. I know, but this is what we do. I've been there, done that. Occasionally still do because, I don't know, like to throw back to not my break sometimes. And so whenever there is a pain or sickness like that, your body is actually trying to give you an awareness of something. And so what can you do or be to change that is first say for the awareness. And sometimes I'd like to throw in, sorry, I'm being so edited. You had to turn up the volume so loud that we got, in pain or sick. Thank you for the awareness, and I acknowledge it, and I'm grateful for it. It's amazing how just that will allow things to shift and change. Because it was interesting. I was having and I was talking to somebody about cut on into, and my body flashed back onto waking up. So everything. What is my body instantly went into recreating that the sinus congestion that it had that morning with country, and my body started recreating that for me. So what's interesting is in that moment, I have choice, and I have awareness, and I have question, or I have judgment. I could have gone, oh my gosh, because I've been doing so much traveling, my nose is starting to bother me, or, a number of other things. But what I did is I was like, okay, so I have a question. So truth, what's going on? And I'm like, oh, well, yeah, body, thank you for recreating the energy of waking up in the morning and having that side issue. And what can we do to let this go? Thank you for the awareness. And we don't have to do it this way. How can we do it a different way? And then since then, my nose has been really, really good. Which, you know what? I have 4 hours of radio to do, and I need to be able to. And so, like I said, so I did questions, I did possibility. I was willing to look at it instead of ignoring it and judging. So judging that that's a weakness or something like that. Okay. And so the other thing I want to look at was, what does it actually mean to love your body? What love is one of those things when I bring it up in class that really kind of spins people, because what is required for love? Okay. What is actually required when you love things? How do you know you love? How do you know you love a person? How do you know you love your body? What do you use to determine what and how you love? Okay. You tend to use judgment. Okay. Because we go, I love this person because they do this or do this type of thing. And, they're lovely, they're fun, they're a good provider, or whatever it is. I love this person because of that. I love my body for what they do for me and all this kind of stuff. So love takes judgment. Love takes judgment just as much as hate takes judgment. Love takes judgment to also to determine, to find the rightness or the wrongness of it. Because, like the point of view of unconditional love. This one cracks me up. We're talking about affirmations and what the underlying point of view is. Unconditional love. What's the underlying point of view of unconditional love? That there are conditions to love, which cracks me up. The only way you can have unconditional love is if you've aligned and agreed that there are conditions to somebody, and all of that, or your body, and all of that is the judgment of it. Okay? I'm talking about it's okay to hate your body, isn't it? The opposite side of that is not loving your body. Because loving your body can be just as much of a judgment as hating your body. Okay? So what I suggest people actually do, because I can hear you guys going, well, crap, man, well, now what do you want us to do? You're saying don't hate your body, don't love it. What the freak? Now what? I'm asking you if you would be willing to maybe be grateful for your body. Somebody in the chat said, crap, they thought they got it right. Judgment, I know, right? Cute. I was interviewed by a paper many years ago when I first started doing Access. And when did you start loving your body? And I'm like, I don't love my body now, which really kind of floored them. But what I do is gratitude. Okay, gratitude and judgment cannot coexist. And so whether you're trying to love your body, trying to hate your body, or something in the middle, what if you would try gratitude? Again, gratitude and judgment cannot coexist. You can actually be grateful for something or someone that's driving you crazy. You can get awareness, or you can, there's members of my family that drive me crazy, and I'm grateful for my body when it's in pain because of the information. I'm grateful for my body when my nose is running because it's giving me information or it's facilitating something. And this isn't blind faith. It's like, oh, my nose is running. Oh, it must be facilitating something. It's like, no, you know what? Building this communication with my body, my body's constantly giving me information, and I know that or pain or disease is actually information that my body is telling me. And when I am willing to go, okay, thank you, body, and what are you trying to tell me? You can actually shift and change things like diseases and, running noses, all that kind of fun. So gratitude, not love, not hate. Love and hate are both judgments. Gratitude will actually get you out of all of that. We're going to take a quick little break. When we come up, we're going to wrap this up in neat little bow. I laugh because there's never a neat little bow. But we are going to talk a little bit more about the gratitude and what that actually looks like and how it can assist to change things, okay? This is Donnielle. This is Right Body for You. We're on A2Zen.fm, and we'll be right back.
What if your body could be an ease and not a burden? What would life be like if you could enjoy your body? What if changing your body was easier than we've been taught? And what if it's not about the latest fad? Join Donnielle each week on Right Body for You as she explores what bodies are and the ease of change that's possible. Each week you will receive inspirational stories of those who've used the Right Body for You energetic tools to change their body and the tools that they used, tools that you can begin to use immediately. Listen for Right Body for You every Wednesday at 2 p.m. Eastern Time, 1 p.m. Central, 12 p.m. Mountain, and 11 a.m. Pacific on A2Zen.fm.
What would you say if I told you that you could change your life in only 1 hour and all while lying down relaxing? Thousands of people all over the world have. What am I talking about? It's called Access Consciousness, the bars. The bars is an energetic body process that contains 32 different points on your head. that when run assist you in releasing decisions about any area of your life that you have made solid and as a result cannot change. The bars is the first class in Access Consciousness, a dynamic set of tools and information designed to transform any area of your life. When you have a bars session, the worst that can happen is you feel like you had a fantastic massage. The best thing that can happen is your whole life could change. Go to accessconsciousness.com today to find a facilitator to schedule a private session or to find a bars class in your area. Are you willing to give yourself an hour to change your life?
Check out the new ringtones from Access Consciousness.
What is it possible? What is it possible? Smoking hot. Smoking hot.
And everyone's favorite,
Take a pass. Take a pass.
download the latest and hottest accessory. Go to accessconsciousness.com/ringtones for all the details on how to download to your iPhone today.
This is Right Body for You with Donnielle. To participate in the program today, please call in the U.S. 815-880-8255 or Canada 613-800-8763 or UK 4433-0001-0625. You can Skype us at a2zen.fm. Or if you'd like to email a question, please send it to Donnielle@accessconsciousness.com. Now, back to the program.
And welcome back to Right Body for You. This is Donnielle, your host and your body tour guide. And today we're talking about it's okay to hate bodies, isn't it? And you know what? It's okay to have any point of view you desire to have. My question is, would you like to change it? If you don't, cool. You know, that's the great thing about being in total allowance and not aligning and agreeing with anything is hate bodies, love bodies, be grateful for bodies. What is actually working for you? What would you like to change today? I'm assuming those of you who are listening to this program would actually like to change that. Otherwise, this show wouldn't have appealed to you at all. So thank you all for joining us, whether it's now or in the pre-recorded future. And so for me, the quickest way of getting out of that love-hate, as we talked about, judgment. Hating a body, judgment. Loving your body, judgment, is gratitude, okay? And for things in pain. You can be grateful for it when it is giving you what you don't think you desire. Because what's really interesting about this is, you know, when I go home, I go through some interesting things about stepping into the role of what my family is like. And sometimes I override my body with the whole eating. And so what's interesting is I was asking my body, what would it take to be able to get back into eating what you desire and what you require with ease, okay, when at home. And what's interesting is, so this last time when I came home, I kind of got sick, or what this reality would call sick. I started feeling not really well. And if I was doing the judgment, the healing of my body, I would be like, oh, I can't believe you're sick, you're so weak, you know, blah, 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 blah. But instead what I did was like, okay, so is this the change that I've been asking for? I was grateful for it. Thank you for this. And what is this creating? What is this facilitating? Is it actually helped me to get out of that cycle of that weird eating? So grateful for. Okay, so when I was grateful for that little sickness or not feeling good or whatever that was, instead of judging it, loving it, hating it, what it is, it actually allowed me to acknowledge and be grateful for what my body was giving me. My body was giving me a way to be ease with this eating pattern at home, okay? And because of that, the sickness went away really quickly. Because I was able actually to acknowledge that what was going on with it is shifted and changed instead of persisting, okay? And that's if you're grateful for it, even if it's grateful for your body, whether it's sick, whether it's anything in between. You actually see what's beyond it, and you start to allow that to shift and enjoy. What if you could enjoy your body while it's sick? What if you could enjoy your body while it's healthy? What if it's not even about being sick? Or what if it's about enjoying your body and seeing what's beyond it? So one more time, what point of view are you afraid to acknowledge possibility in your life that if you would acknowledge it as a possibility would allow you to see it? And so it wouldn't be that barrier. Anything that doesn't allow that, would you be willing to destroy and uncreate it? Cool. Right, wrong, good, bad, BIPOC, night shorts, boys, and beyond. And I can't believe that we are at the end of this hour. For those of you here at the marathon, hour 1 of 4 is coming to a completion. Woohoo! If you have any questions, and whether you're listening to it now or in the future, please feel free to please feel free to email me. Calling me on the phone is really kind of tricky sometimes. I'm on a plane a lot or in class a lot. So please email me, Donnielle at accessconsciousness.com, DONNIELLE. Check it out. I have a website, Donnielle.com. And you know what? I have on accessconsciousness.tv, there are quite a few free intro classes that are readily available of mine, and not only mine, but a lot of amazing people on any topic you can possibly imagine. I have this on accessconsciousness.tv. If you're interested in mine, you can do a search for Donnielle, and a slew of them come up. I like that word, a slew. A slew of them come up. They're right body for you. I talk about various topics. And you can also listen to some of the past shows here on Zen.fm on the archives. So thank you so much for joining us. Thank you for exploring this of love, hate, judgment, gratitude. It's okay to hate bodies, isn't it? Yeah. And as you sat there with the energy with me, you can perceive the difference in the title just from the beginning. In the beginning, it was like, it's okay to hate bodies, right? Isn't it? And now it's kind of like, yeah, you know what? It's okay to hate bodies. It's okay to be whoever you are and however you are. And what would you like to choose today? Would you like to be grateful for your body? Would you like to enjoy your body? Everything is actually possible when you come from the state of gratitude and no judgment. Okay? So thank you all again for joining us. It's fun to be doing this marathon with you. And coming up next, our next topic will be, can your body be a contribution to your business? Make it a great week, a happy week. And you know what? Be back next week or next hour. But remember, enjoy your body. Because you know what? It is enjoying you. All right, everyone. Thank you all. Do something yummy and nurturing for your body. Have a great one.
Thank you for listening to Right Body for You. Donnielle will return next Wednesday at 2 p.m. Eastern Time, 1 p.m. Central, 12 p.m. Mountain, and 11 a.m. Pacific on A2Zen.fm. We hope you and your body will join us.
Check out the new ringtones from Access Consciousness.